Well, that's pretty quick. Let me see if I have audio going out across YouTube or not. I don't know. Do the old Doug Betts check there. Oh, good morning. I'm going to Jeff Ryman, Tony Wallow. Tony Wallow, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is 12:31 by the clock on the wall, 12:30 by the computer talk. Wintermute. We were planting roses that day. That did quite well. This was in Vegas. You are still in California, Brian, as far as I know. Madera, you're in one of them M cities. Pick one. So I'm going to show you what I was working on earlier today to open today's show, and that didn't work. Oh, by the way, I do have a camera, but I don't have the green screen thing working the way that I want. So I have to figure out how to get rid of the green screen in order to not have my lovely face with just the wavy green screen. That is set up on Stream Deck, one push button deal, and it's good to go. Now, I don't think I set this one up, so this is what I was doing this morning. Hi, Darren. And let's see how this looks. This was all brought about kind of in a roundabout way from two of my subscribers, William Dawson, who sent the chili picture, and Jeff Ryman, who asked, well, can I replace a picture? If I remove an object, can I put an object back in? Sure. And my response at that time for that request was, sure, it can be done in Fusion. So that is that. Now, I know I thought I set a button up to stop this on Stream Deck, so I'll hit the button, and lo and behold, it works. So how did I do that? Well, that's the long and short of it, so to speak. And I'll explain more how this works in just a moment. And then we obviously know this is a text node, if you will, or I don't know what you call it. It's just text. If I click on that, I turn everything else off, then that only the text shows up. By putting it on top, it's going to be in the foreground of whatever it's on top of. So I've got the camera turned off because, again, I don't have that set the way that I want. I mean, it's right there. It works. Plus, I want to move it over to a different position because I like sitting how I'm sitting. And when I'm sitting like this, I'm at an angle. And there's a whole bunch of reasons as to why. The other thing I've done is I've implemented this. Wow. Now, all of a sudden, that is not showing. Wow. Really? Why did that show chat on YouTube? Did you guys see chat on YouTube? On my monitor, my YouTube monitoring screen, I should have saw this object removal right here. But I'm seeing, oh, wait a minute. Is it that far off? No, that's just, there's no way it could be showing OBS because, anyway, I got to work on that. I'm trying to figure out a way to magnify stuff as I do this and not have, okay, now it's still showing when I go to the left, it's still showing my OBS. Oh, you know why? I know why. I have to define the magnifier. That's why. Now, can I play this? No, I cannot play that. Oh, I guess I can. So anyway, let's get out of this and get into how this works. So this is pretty simple. Go to Fusion, take your media, run it through a tracker, take your second media, run it into the tracker, and the final results. Now, I did this totally different this morning. I used a plain old, regular old tracker and not the planar tracker. And I kind of regretted it at first. I mean, it looks okay. It turned out actually way better than I thought it would. But let's jump into this. How do I want to jump into this? I want to go to Project Manager and I want to close this one so that I can open another one. Yay. Brian Lightfoot, Minneapolis. I'm not sure. Yeah, I believe you're in Minneapolis, California. I've heard that's a upstart city. So I'm going to open a new project. And one thing I do want to point out that I did this morning was I did go up here to settings in Davinci. And this is where I need to get my magnifier to work. And I clicked on preferences, which brings up the preferences box. I went to users right here. And I think it was, is it in here? Yes. In project save and load, save settings, perform backups this was defaulted to 10 minutes. So I put it down to 2 minutes. And the reason for that, I got extremely lucky when I was working on this project. Davinci Resolve just went to La La Land on its own. And I was really fortunate that I had gone over the 10-minute mark working on this project. Otherwise, I would have lost it, which is fine. It's just a simple project. So I would recommend go to Davinci Resolve, upper left-hand corner, click on Preferences, User, Save Project and Load, Project Save and Load, change Perform Backups every 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever your preference is. And I lowered this down from 2 hours to 1 hour. I seriously doubt I'm ever going to sit here and work for an hour on Davinci, even though I have, but I try not to. So since this is already set, I'm just going to go ahead and resave. There's no big deal, no harm, no foul. William Dawson, what program would you use to reduce the size of a round shape to fix the background of Zoom? It is JPEG. We could discuss that tonight, or possibly I can make that tomorrow's show. Good question. I love getting questions. So I'm going to go over here and grab some media. And I'm just going to grab the same media, which is, I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to grab another one. And I'm going to grab this one or this one. I think I'll go with this one. I mean this to be a serious nod, not anything funny. So I'm going to drag this down, and then I'm going to make sure the playhead is over it somewhere. It doesn't matter where, just leave it at the beginning. Go into Fusion. And like everybody else in the world does, I have not seen people leave it there where it's at, me included. Good thing they're not jumping off buildings, because I'd be splatted on the ground. So we have this picture. We can see we have the picture, and we're gonna get rid of the Siesta Beach, and we're gonna add something into that. Okay, so what I want to do is, with my media one highlighted, I want to hit Shift Space, and I want to put in, I want to go with the planar tracker, I think this time, and I'll show you why and tell you why. So it's highlighted. I'm going to hit Add, and because I had my media node activated or highlighted, whatever you want to call it, it automatically puts it in where it needs to be in the flow of things. Yes, that Wintermute, I did not catch that. I am a few minutes behind. Google search, how do you spell replace? Well, did I spell something? Okay, I went to Eminence High School in Eminence, Indiana. Population 6 now that I've moved away. I am not very good at spelling. Okay? I'm sorry. I spelled success the other night. S-U-C-C-E-S. It was pointed out to me. Did I spell replacement wrong? Where did I... R-E-P-L. That looks right. Am I gonna have to go do a Google search and check replacement? Oh, whatever. Or did I put object wrong? Object looks right. Okay, we'll look at that later. I'm going down a Doug rabbit hole. Hi, Doug, by the way. So Doug knows I have a camera. Hi, Doug. Thank you. Look at that. But now that's way too big in my very humbled opinion. Plus, I'm at an angle. I have to turn this way, which is uncomfortable. But I do have the camera working in DaVinci. All right, moving on. Go to the planar tracker. I want to replace that sign with a picture. So I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to go to corner pin without tracking this. I'm going to bring the corner pin up here and the corner pin up here. And then I want to grab that corner pin right there. Somehow wow. And I want that just to be barely past. And then this is interesting that I have no idea why glass brick is activated because I did not hit the number 1 to activate it. But it's clearly activated. But this is working out okay, except you guys can't see anything on YouTube because I'm monitoring my stream. Let me see if I can get rid of. There we go. Now I've already got this corner pinned out. Again, I'm going to shut glass brick off because this is ridiculous. Let me go down here and find glass brick in my tray. Can't remember which one of these it is. Glass brick. Exit. All right. Now I should be able to do this. Oh man, that was a disaster. So as you can see, I've corner pinned this picture out by using the corner pin function in the planar tracker. Bring this back down to halfway normal size. Bring it back up here. Bring these up a little bit since I'm obviously going to bring this down like that. Okay, so now it's corner pinned out. I need to get a second media, which I thought I had because I brought it in here. Well, that's fine. I'm just going to go grab it after I go back into Fusion, and we'll bring it down here. Put it right there. I'm just going to take this and plug it in to wherever I want, which is right there. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, and Doug Betts, I have successfully replaced a sign without the object removal, without tracking. Bob's your uncle. It's done. That easy. 3 nodes. And a picture, planar tracker on corner pin. Your out node doesn't count, and your secondary picture works just fine. I can put any picture in there I want. I can go over here and grab media. And if I wanted to, let's just advertise Florida's got, let's try this. Let's see if we can add a secondary picture at the same time. I don't know. I'm going to put it there. No, you cannot. So that's a failure. You know, my shows are beginning to be really cool in that I get success and I get failure. Guess I'm showing both sides of the coin. There we go. There you go. I can replay. Now, you don't have to do this. You can grab this and put it in the middle of this, and DaVinci Resolve will figure out where it's supposed to go. Or you can grab this, and as I'm learning this, I know I want it to be on the green node. So I put it there, and when it works, it puts it where it needs to be. Now, I don't know if I can put it, oops, grab the wrong thing. I don't know if I can grab and put it down on the blue or not. Yeah, I'm guessing when you have only one, it's going to put it where it feels it needs to be. And in this case, it feels it needs to be right there. If I grab another one, put it here. Nope, that didn't work. Another failure. Put that there. I could probably go in there and crop this out, but I don't want to. My whole intent today was to see if I could do what I've done, and I've done what I've done. Yes, success. That's correct. That is spelled absolutely Eminence, Indiana Eminence High School correctly. SUC or SUSCEESSSS. Oh, by the way, I'm not as smart as Doug, so I can't bring up my Google search, but I did look up how you say the word Doug, and it says dig. It's interesting. Yes, I was poking fun at Doug with someone that pronounces my name Ken, and I can make fun of him because I know he doesn't watch Daily Davinci. I make fun of him anyway when he's on my show. Make fun of a lot of people, including myself. I'm trying to poke more fun at myself than anything. So this has no movement to it whatsoever. So if we come back over here, you're wondering, well, how did I get the movement of the text? Well, go to effects, go to titles. I follow Essential Videos, and I download a lot of their stuff for free. I went to the 3D title, just drag it. You can be, they say you can put it on here, but I'm not successful with that. So I do it the old school fashion way of bringing it down here, then going in here and saying what I want to say. My fingers get ahead of my thinking gets ahead of my fingers or something like that. I don't know. So that's obviously too big. So we're going to reduce this down, and then we're going to change the color so it stands out. And again, the thing I like about Davinci is you can see the color change as you're doing it, and I really like that. I need to go find me a better color palette because I want to really get into some colors. So this doesn't look good there. I'm going to come down here in the text area to the layout. I'm going to grab it, and I'm just going to move it up to the sky like that. And then to animate it, you can animate it a couple different ways. I did just a really easy animation today. I did it in here. You can use these, or you can use these, which is the one that I used, or you can use the Z. And to animate it, just wherever you want to start your animation, put your playhead. So I'm going to start the animation at the 3-minute mark. That can't be right. That's got to be 3 seconds. Right there. And I'm going to put a keyframe on whichever one of the, I'm just going to keyframe all 3 of them. So keyframe, keyframe, keyframe. And I'm going to move forward. We'll go 15. If I could count, it'd be a miracle. And then we're just going to change these just kind of helterly-skelterly. And it automatically puts your keyframes in there. We'll move forward again. 15. I don't know if that's 15 or not. I'm not in the mood to do math. And we'll just move the X a little bit to right there. We'll move the Y a little bit to right there. We'll move the Z right there. Move forward again. And we will hit this. Now, theoretically, this better put this back in its original position by hitting this little dot right here. Hitting a little dot right there, and hitting a little dot right there. It makes it so much easier than going back and trying to figure that out. We'll go back to the beginning. Take our playhead back to the beginning. Hit the space bar. And because it's rendering as it's doing it, it's going to be not good. And I'm having some issues with Davinci today. Davinci's been acting really, really hinky. Now, I'm guessing it keyframed it. And how I'm going to confirm that is, yeah, it's keyframed. I'm going to render this out. This is going to be test 2, my second test of the day. I'm going to put this in Davinci, finished. Believe it or not, I thought ahead and I made a test file. Thank you, Tony. See, I don't even have to look at the phone. I know what that is. Thank you so much, my friend. Go to MP4, render it, and hopefully it renders. A while ago, it would not render. Now it's rendering. It says it's got about 2 minutes to go, which is going to work out really good because I have about 4 minutes to go. So if I bring my camera back, ta-da, it works. I've just got to figure out how to put something on that green screen in OBS so that it doesn't look as horrible as it looks. Plus, I got to make some adjustments. Clearly, this is not right. I need this to be a little bit more like that, and then possibly a little bit more like that. But then that's going to be super big. Again, I've noticed on OBS it's perfect, but I've noticed on the stream itself this is like really big. So I'm going to bring it down. See what that looks like. Oh, that looks horrible. Let me bring this back up. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's not horrible because it's my lovely picture, and we know that's probably going to break the internet. By the way, I'm up to 247 subscribers. I want to thank the new subscribers that took me from 245 to 247. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Starting to sound like Dennis from Fortnite. Thank you very much. All right, that's done. I'm going to minimize this. That's my dad. Of course, you know I've got a big screensaver folder that's got a lot of stuff in it. And I don't use my icons unless I absolutely have to. I'm trying to force myself to do it this way. Just more convenient for me. Test. I said test. Test 2. And of course it opens in a different window. Oh, doggone it. Make it full screen. We'll stop it. Take it back to the beginning. We'll hit play. And now it's not. There it goes. So it worked. And that was just a haphazard means of... Oh, you know what? I forgot that I started at the 3-second mark. So if I hit play at the 3-second mark, yep, right at the 3-second mark. I was watching the timer. Yes, I actually flew out to Fresno, unbeknownst to Tim and Doug and Brian and Jose, and I took this picture. And the original picture, as we all know, is I still want to do a split screen deal so I can show you on half of it this and on half of it that. But no, I don't know where this is at. I took it off the internet somewhere. It's probably why I have a million pictures in my app data folder. Glancing at the clock, it looks like we're coming up on the top of the hour, which means I've been going for a half hour. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I want to thank everyone for your comments. Spelling in the squirrels that I chase and the rabbits that I chase. I take after my mentor, and in many ways Doug is mentoring me right along, and I appreciate that. If you would like to see something like was mentioned earlier about removing, what program would you use to reduce the size of a round shape to fix the background of Zoom? It is in JPEG. I would change the photograph and then bring it into Zoom is what I would do. Couple different ways to do that. I'm not going to get into that today because that'll be another half hour. And object. How do you spell replacement? I don't know. I probably spelled it wrong. I'm catching up with chat. Thanks, everyone. Tonight will be 10:30 pending Mrs. K getting off at the correct time. If she gets out anywhere between 10 and 10:15, I can make it home and get started. I hope this was helpful, useful, and entertaining. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email at you know what? Do I have my email programmed into this? I don't think I do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, possibility I do not. It's not there. There we go. Oh, that's for Zoom credentials. Either one will work. If you would like to join us on Zoom at night, that's the email to send me an email on Zoom, and I will do some vetting and we'll go from there. Or if you have a suggestion, if you want to see something on DaVinci Resolve, send it to that email as well. See, this is why I can't, my theory of a computer for OBS, DaVinci, and streaming is never going to work because I created this email for a specific thing and I'm already using it for something other than what I wanted to. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream as soon as I find the right button. Have a great day.